Grand rising to you all the lovers of freedom over the world. I bring you good tidings from the Most High God, the Creator that was never created, the one that said the ending from the beginning. My next prayer for you today, being on the Saturday 12th of April, that you are totally well in all your ways. Please, in case you lay your hand on this very broadcast at any given time, don't hesitate to share among your friends. As I'm about to share my thoughts with you again, as every one of us have already understood, this is a struggle. Every one of us need to get ourselves involved. So please, share your comments and likes are also highly needed. Because if we must get our liberation, we have to begin to do the unusual. As we are advocating here in our little strength, by the grace of God of our ancestors, they are also traveling up and down to make sure they create more allies that will defeat our voice. We may not have army right now that's stuck to our name, but one thing is sure, that our spiritual army, they are at alert at any given time. The thing is just that if we make ourselves available, our ancestors will also make us able. So please, if you are watching, don't hesitate to share among your friends and your loved ones. And what we must have to do from now, let it be involved in doing evangelism. Call people. Always have a sensitive conversation with them, so that let's see as many we can be able to save. Because the day, every day, is getting more darker. So that's why you see today, not even anybody talk about the insecurity their subject is facing. I think I heard recently that I have not really detailed it. They are bringing investors to come and invest with us. It's not just an investor. They are creating more allies. What they are trying to do is to create more allies. Why are they creating it? To make sure you are being subjected onto what they've already have in mind, or onto what is already happening. They don't want anybody to be liberated. So earlier the better for you to get yourself disconnected from them, so that you connect yourself to the God of your ancestors. Very, very important and imperative. So that's why it is mandatory you support every freedom fighter. We have made a vow to make sure in our little way we support all our allies. Come what may, we will support them. We will declare our full support for them, irrespective of whosoever that is castigating them. So by so doing, the sky will also be our limit. Please don't hesitate to share. Make sure you share this broadcast massively among your loved ones. I am the Archbishop of Activism, the hero for democracy, ambassador for good governance, the CEO Salvation for Humanity and Redemption, CEO Civil Disobedience Worldwide, CEO the man that led the anti-COVID-19 vast campaign. Up to today, we have vowed to make sure humanity remains. So that is what we are doing, and we'll keep on doing it until the end of time. Let me quickly introduce the topic. We are not going to be spending much time here because of webinar, you know. And one thing, there are several things every one of us need to understand. What you are experiencing today in Naija is an agenda. If you don't stop them, you are gone. Now you may ask question, what am I going to do to stop them? Am I going to go into armed struggle? It is not everybody that we are made to go into armed struggle. Like a person like me, I know a lot of people misquoted my calling at the initial stage, but to every one of them, they bat their hand. As many people that have looked down on me. For those of you that are spiritual enough, you understand that we were choosing to advocate. Particularly in this area of, they try to reduce our people. We are calling to it. We always switch to the part of politics so that may the power not go enter the wrong person's hand to come collect them from our country, like what's happening right now. That's why we wanted that swing to win the election. I'm not a politician, and the last thing I will become in life to become a politician. If I thought I want to go into politics, I'm going to be a patriot. I tell you what I'm going to come and do. A lot of you can attest to it today that if this guy happens to be even any form of leader, we are not going to be giving room to shenanigans. If we are representing you in the House of Rep or Senate, we have to make sure we legislate so that to make sure your life is good. You heard that Oshomole, I think for some months now, he spoke in the House that those states is on that siege. May they not say not talk, now they can talk. Now those states is on that siege. What was he doing in the local government he came from to make sure that these things are fixed? Why did I intend to talk to us from this very perspective today? These are areas there are too much misconception. These are areas we have not really get clear. That's why we are still emotionally be driven at times. Instead of us to take our ground and say this thing is bad. Now you see a lot of people promoting this very thing, that this is the right thing. Maybe those people life don't even tire them. What do you expect? Something that is inherent and inalienable. A factory fitted AC in a car. There is no way the one you fix in Nigeria, where you go feel for Igun, go take work, pass a factory fitted AC. There are different kinds of slaves. All these are sophisticated slaves. It's in their lineage, it's in their vein. If you dissect them and you take it to lab for test, you will see slavery inside. It grew in them. So it is not everybody that is going to be liberated in this very whole thing. That's why that book of Matthew 22 verse 14, it says, many are called, but few are choosing. Who are those choosing one? Who are those ones that were choosing? Are people that have been strategically made for some specific purposes. If you watch it, I've never wanted to financially be discouraged. I've faced the highest humiliation in my life. Where have you seen any platform that one reputable person is raining praises on me? It does not happen. Why did they hijack such people's mind? It will discourage me from doing what I'm doing. You can see that the more I do it, the more happy I am. The more we are seeing results. So now math to take the talk so that they plan, they wait us. But what the one way they use math to the talk, we know they plan the way. They die to say our word is sophisticated. You may not know how powerful you are until you stand up to fight. A lot of people will say, it's not by come to Benin. We have to fight for advocate. Did Jesus Christ go to war? He never goes to war. The word you are using today was just a spoken word, the parable. When he was in Galilee, this very building you are seeing is going to be destroyed. The third day to resurrect. So a lot of people just want you to carry gun. It's not everybody that will carry gun. Every one of us have our own specific purposes. That's why, because a lot of us don't know our purpose, that's why we are abusing it today. Your riches in life may lie in your purpose. Imagine like most of our women are doing right now. They are in the body of Christ. These are the people that were supposed to be in the body of God. Where women people, if you're not saying but it's needed for them to ascertain to a very good lifestyle. You see some women today, their husband were supposed to share them as a queen. But their husband, they because there was something they have already neglected which they are not doing. So every one of us have a role to play. That's going to be a story for another day. For these women, there is a body of Christ. A lot of you have a calling. Until you obey your calling. Now so you just complain. They'll put you below the 6 feet on the ground. You are gone. Not being able to achieve anything. That's why I always said it here. When purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Why does Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 scripted it? He said, my people are destroyed. That to say the way it was created, God is talking about his children. That they are destroyed for lack of knowledge. In other words, knowledge is power. The reason why we always see ourselves today, okay, look at the concept by which the Europe were created. Just once you join touchdown, a lot of offices we have made it. Not knowing that Agasedo, Agasagmo Agmoyere, that's what we are witnessing today. And right now, we are not trying to get another route again to see how we can be able to make that. So as soon as they give up passport, the next thing I want to go Canada. The spiritual differences between you and a non-Leluero man. Now, is it not when you are a good son, your father will always buy Christmas clothes for you? He said, let the elder that rule well, in that book of 1 Timothy 5 verse 17. He said, let the elder that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially those that labor in word and in doctrine. He's not only talking about our political leader. He's also talking about you who were able to bring a gene in your time. What it takes to follow your deities and respect a non-Leluere. But today we have used prayers to ban our eye. I don't want to put you that there so that at the time you are able to discover, then what you now do is to begin to recover. We have to get one thing categorically clear. Nigeria is working on that agenda. That neo-colonialism is still evergreen, it's still there. Now, until we get rid of it, it's like when maybe a tree, maybe on your road to your farm, a tree fell upon other trees. Then you tend to go and be cutting the one underneath. You can't drag it. It will be more easier for you to cut the one on top. So that you are cutting it, you are pushing it to be more easier. At times we want to put some certain blame, like what a most of us are feeling right now. We just see this very problem we are facing today. It's Tinubu that caused it. Yes, he's the leader. But they put him there. You are not the one that put Tinubu there. So if Okpebolo is not even doing well tomorrow, the people that put him there, you need to do their will. The one you put in Amoy, the Peter Obi you voted for. No, they were voting for a weakling. A man that is not a patriot, who he didn't even lead one single protest. Now they remove him. What did you expect? You are expecting a man that they gave to you, go and kill them. They signed an agreement. You are going to increase fuel. By then, never you deploy your army to anywhere there is insurgency or insecurity. That's why they are not making deployment. Every one of us saw it inside last 2 months here, or last month here precisely. How a Nigerian army were by video recorded by this terrorist gang, ISWAP. If that thing happen for America, Kasharama, you go by Nigeria, US army, you go put out for video. Oh, but both that bush and the social media way carry and come. Now for them to start their investigation. You could see that nobody, no military head came out and say, we are going to bring them to book. Because this government, this is what they are made to do. And right now, you cannot be blaming, like now. If anything happen at right now, I'm not going to be blaming the government rather than to say I told you before. Because the purpose why they brought the government, they need to fulfill their purpose. And up to today, we the good people, we cannot draw one rope. Because we are always afraid. And me, I not go come here for community this thing. Me, I not come here, they not call me Ogyomba. If you die today, I don't think there's any law that said this one are Ogyomba or this one are whatever. All this was something that just created as a fantasy or as a concept since 800 years ago, just to make sure they malign you and, treat you bad so that you can't speak. Aren't you surprised that people like us grew up in that Benin? We entered abroad through Zodiac. I spent 16 good hours on top of the sea. So it was later I now knew that, okay, my coming to Europe was not to come and build that because my father was already having his house, made up his life, trained all his children in school. So my coming here, I came here for my own life. I will not say because my coming abroad, no. Thank God for my dad sister who brought me here. Today, I was never lacking money. Thank God for her life. But right now, the life have taken another shape. We need to settle this very dispute once and for all. How are we going to settle it? Let's persistently keep on speaking the truth. If you check it today, our pastor here already, now, if the way the concept by which the Bible were created, it is really like that, that the Christian we assume, now we really be. Now Christians supposed to condemn bad government pass. Because some of the things that made Jesus Christ wept, who is their master? Who they are emulating and imitating? In that book of John 11 verse 35, he wept because someone brother died, Lazarus. He wept because they were not having belief that if they go to Judea, something bad may happen. Then he also wept again because of the pain he is to go through for humanity in the cross of Calvary. In the painful tribute that is called Via Dolorosa, which never existed, but it was scripted. But right now, we tend to live a scripted life, bring it to our natural self, as if it's a way of life. But I know there is a sense why you pick one or two things. If you watch it today, Nigeria is how it is. Because a lot of people did not think. Nobody's finding a solution. Look at all our content creators. We are sharing their videos. I have not seen my video now. If all these enemy that we are fighting, they can keep on cutting out our video where we for insult their leader. Why not also let me see it in your page one day that you get one part where it just interests you where this thing can be able to take a lot of people away from indoctrination. We're not the same. That's to say we are not ready to get this very freedom. All need to be on deck. This very part. Nobody want to even associate himself, even in TikTok, in Facebook. Okay, I can't work out one day. I've never one day see it, so I can't see this part. At least this one will be more easier to share. But these people, anywhere we talk to them, they go cut and go hide. In case they will go kidnap them, but for doing something. Are we ready for freedom? Are we ready? You can see that anytime Donald Trump, that's why my business schedules. I always post some statistics about Donald Trump. I don't talk to any Republican. I key into the Donald Trump movement through frequency. So you also key into my own true frequency. At times I mention a lot of us here, mention our name, pray for us by our name. If Donald Trump know me on his own, but we have never one day communicated. I led the COVID-19 anti-vax campaign. I led it all over the world. I led it. We are not seeing the videos today in any way. That to say, most of us, we feel we are fighting for freedom. But in other way around, there are lapses in what we are supposed to do. For almost 10 days now, I'll be doing video consecutively. Even when I want to take a break. I can't just take the break. Because it's like war, day streets. My city is being invaded. I'll go to sleep for a house. I can't sleep. So, you can see people commenting, supporting evil. Your own, a blessing is coming for you as it was scripted. In the book of Matthew 5 verse 7. He said, blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Not that your life is not good, you have no problem. If you don't know, now, why not so even be in exile through your comments? Count yourself that you're also in exile. Like the way I told, when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, I told them categorically on social media, I say, I'm in prison with Nnamdi Kanu. If you look at it today, I use sophisticated languages. When we go one, we go all. Don't let it be that maybe that party. Wherever you. A sanction to one should be a sanction to everyone. I saw one of our sisters today that was always saying to Oshoba, I put a capital Amen. It should be like that. How can I know your friend who we are here maybe by? That is the most dumbfounded situations I've ever seen. Cara uno tiene que elegir su vida. Tú es mi enemigo. Yo no fará que chilla o habla mal de ti porque tú es mi enemigo. Eso es rollo. Por ejemplo, un día tú faltas algo. Tú no puedes venir a mí a preguntarme, Newton, ayúdame. Yo no van a ayudar. Now, entonces, yo es uno enemigo de tu rey. Tu rey lucha con fuego. Yo no quiero amigo, o ni padre, o ninguna persona que lucha con fuego. El fuego no me gusta. Su rey puede matarte cuando tú no quieres morir. I don't need such a person as a friend. So a reasonable man supposed to be having a life of a stilo. I know what I want. By now, I know my age. If it is by now, I doesn't see differentiate between good and bad. No. Don't you know most of you were born a king? Your father's throne were taken away. The decency your father has, the people you are clamoring for glory second God, you are going to see how all of them is going to be executed on a broad daylight. Go and mark my word. You are a king in your own domain. If I thought there was something that could be reflected in the life of your father, you have to change the negative narrative in your father's lives. If your father accepted that a slave in him due to it was captured, now you are a free man. May you for the entire Benin. What's in the Benin today? I'm in exile with all freedom fighter. I'm in prison with all freedom fighter. One thing I'm not in right now, I'm not in grave with anybody. Because none of us is going to die. We are going to live to celebrate the God of our ancestors for the strength and everything He has given to us. Now, if we must get a better society, get it clear that there are a lot of things that are agenda. So in fighting agenda, you don't focus your attention on that very individual. That is why some of the entity who support this very agenda is Benin Palace. They are number one signature to what we are going through today in Nigeria. Because they never want you to be liberated. If they want you to be liberated, you will see the proactive measure they are putting on ground. We are not afraid to tell you the truth. Even death, they even created death is not even real. They created death to be one kind of big thing. This is what we are living, just a transition. Now, I can just intend to go in spirit. This body will just still go. But the energy, not that, the energy is still there. Now, I will not be watching from above. I will not be more empowered to give strength. When I mention about to the women, a lot of you do not know. Now make on the poor body. Why do you think I'm alive? Now the women they play with the God of my ancestors. So a lot of you don't know. You cannot do this as an ordinary person and remain sound with your head. They must have you ever wanted to see me betray any struggle? Do you know the reason why at times some of our brothers they'll come on for land, they'll come later come back again? Because there's something using there. You cannot use my head. I owns everything about me. I decide what happened because why? I'm the CEO of my life. That's why my kind of exposure or expose, you can't. Nunca em sua vida não pode encontrá-lo em nenhuma social media. Because cada uno tiene su rollo. I have the way I does my things. So if we must excel in whatever thing we are doing, both our normal life, in fighting for freedom, we have to cooperate together. That was why the book of Amos 3 verse 3, he said, can two work together except they agree? I'm not listening to that agreement in us. Even not because people like us are persistently coming online. Therefore, that overshadow everybody now. Thank God for some of us who always write a constructive comment. There are comments you read, go change your idea. There's one of our mothers today, no longer in media. The God of our ancestors retreated her. When that mother was here, I be commenting for. That woman, she's an evangelist. But the rest of us right now, we don't write comment. We don't attach a better constructive comment to support even our video. How do you think we are going to win more so? Our fathers are working. We are not ready to pick up the fight and do it the way it ought to be. Not that we are losing, we are winning, despite we are few. But we need to do more. Because now then they die. We can't die because we have whatever. Because your blessing is going to come. The way your blessing is going to come, it's going to be more than their own. Then another thing here, the colonial yoke is still evergreen in Nigeria. The colonial yoke is there. Very, very many, beaucoup. Much colonial yoke is there. We are not taking away anyone. Obaseki were the one that were trying to take away the colonial yoke in Edo State, but he piled up with self, with animals. with people who were glutton. And Obaseki also forsake that he was on a mission. He was now start doing like every other person. Obaseki was a deliverer that was sent to come and liberate the Edo people. But at the end of the day, he was like a better governor was known in the Edo State 6 months ago. Because there was a lot of things he was supposed to do, he didn't do. In administration, he failed from allowing Patriot to be a part of his administration. That's why you are seeing what you are seeing today. And it's going to be castigated for the mistakes he made. Obaseki will be castigated for the mistakes he made. Who tell you to go and be building roads and building Osiomon plant? There were a lot of things we were supposed to put together. If by today we have a private, a train, whatever, as it is in Biafra land, oh my bad. Because we need to, you know, this fight is not going to end like this. It's going to get crazier. You can see that their God is his own way right now. He's not doing all those things for business. So. He's creating more allies. Because now that's how the front come. Those one hold the agenda. But one thing they refuse to know is this. They don't know, say, judgment where they come for them. Amen. But if you don't share our video, how will our helper know? A lot of us, we are very conversant with this story. And Moses, they drowned for a shower water. There was something unique about Moses, even when he was a baby. After Moses' mother dumped Moses in the seashore, the one local river, he dumped him there. He told Miriam, look after your little brother. Moses were crying. He got to the time he ceased. Until when he saw the destiny helper were coming, the spirit reflected. I'm not explaining it on my own way, which your pastor can never tell you. Because they preach their messaging for excitement. May you forgive them offering, or you say in their indoctrination. But my own, and they use until they liberate us mentally. More for common for those chains and shackles they have used for ages to keep us in mental slavery. That make you there is a God in Benin who cannot save anybody. Who cannot make a press conference over any incident that happened. Even a press conference, they cannot lay cost on people that burn markets that attach to their name. They cannot do it. Now, when Moses senses in the spirit, that frequency came to Moses, okay, now your deliverer, they come. So Moses began to cry, to draw the attentions, Pharaoh's daughter's attentions. Then it's through that cry that it drew Pharaoh's daughter's attentions. Then I made Pharaoh's daughter see that, there's a baby crying there. He called one of the media, please, go and fetch that baby for me. Behold, when they took Moses, they fetched Moses out of the water, inside the basket. The woman looked at the baby and said, this one are Hebrew. It shall not be found like this. Automatically, that woman have passion. He have compassion on Moses. They not make, he say, little girl, come, Larry. Go and find me somebody that will take care of this very baby. He never say, go and call me your mother. Let me explain to the way to suit this very whatever we are doing today. He said, go and find me somebody. The house small girl comes to go call your mama. If now you get that sense to call your mama. You may want to say, okay, may they not come to say, now mama, or may I dump and there. Mary also went and called our own mother. The child where Mary and mama be throw away before Moses' mama, throw away for a side water. He not say make Mary and the guard Moses so. May for know whether a fish can eat tambo, so that may for your cry once and for all make it rest. Or now water flow and come out. But behold, it was Pharaoh's daughter that picked Moses. Impartation. The whatever came back to Moses' mother again. The child went away before it come back to him again. Why? Because that woman, it was her last strength. Her last ideology, her last thinking, her last illusion. That was what he had in his mind. Her last enthusiasm. Now to go buy basket, put that baby. Instead of them to come kill this baby, I could come and put on for a water. Then fast forward it. He told Moses' mother, and she don't know say that Moses' mama, because when they born Moses, was when Pharaoh put a band that any male child born of the Hebrew, they must pay. At this very time, the very old Pharaoh that made Joseph a prime minister had already died. So they look at it that it doesn't be like as we be so. He do children as the most brilliant people in the world. He do children as the most brilliant people in the world. They are very unique. He do children. They are very bold. That's why nobody have ever one day done what the do children can do. The throne, I'm go a good one for the past forever. Now I do children start and I do children want end these shenanigans. That was how everything. Now when the new Pharaoh enter, he can say, okay, look at all the top whatever. Una they call they say they be foreigner. Why are they occupying no positions? Very brilliant. Now I can put the ban say, if the bomb make child again become a very good day, they are going to join our invader or our enemy to fight us. Now make the subject the children of Israel to oppression, to slavery and all of that. Then it was then Moses grew up. When Moses' mother gave birth to Moses, after hiding him for about 3 months, he come find out and say, okay, they don't put a ban. Now instead of they can't kill the child from my hand, may I go dump him for yourself. He got dump him. But the destiny part located Moses. The child came back to Moses' mother again. Now, when they want to do naming ceremony, they told Moses' mother, please, according to how it was scripted, Pharaoh's daughter use and draw here, say, this child, I don't want me anything to do more. Anything now way. Take care of this child. I will pay you your wages. Now Moses' mother began to kabah. What God has said concerning you, Moses, it must come to pass. That freedom you must liberate your people. That was how the child came back to the mother, and the mother do the necessary prayer the mother was supposed to do. When during the time of the naming ceremony, it was Pharaoh's daughter that named Moses. He said, I name you Moses because I drew you out of the water. They never knew that they were taking care of a man that is going to bring down their throne. A throne of thousands of years. But it took Moses. The birth was very ridiculous. That's why in nonsense is the people you least respect. You least expected. It was scripted. A lot of people don't know. I get it. There were social media. This was also how Moses were advocating. He grew up in the palace on a very good day. Despite the murder in the palace, Moses was heir to the throne, for example. His life was good, but he never mind. Then he grew up with this notion inside of me, the same notion inside of us. No person tell me new thing, come and fight for our people. I got the passion from above. How does my journey started? It started from this man in America. You need to pass through this place. I never even know I'm going to this as powerful because even when I was there, I had a lot of jealousy. All my mates, they go to sleep. That time they carry Bible follow body. That me they smell good 24 hours. So I believe that once you reach, you don't brush in the morning around 12. Once you reach 12, around 8. Once you reach 12, maybe your teeth fit on the girl because I know waiting the words you wear the girls from of our father. I don't want to humiliate them, you know. Oh man, we are my you know. I don't let the church going. You are doing me. No, do you know how much is that bag? Today. They are today going to put him but I can put the label, but no one will borrow. Today still I'm going to keep it for life. This was the bag in low when the freedom started. But that's why I grow up with a man that I become a lunatic. I choose not to be a lunatic today. I focus my attention. That's why I thank God will send you to some certain place or in whoever our freedom look like. But today, bigger, stronger, more eloquent, I now begin to see the two sides of life. That there are some journey you went back on. You don't need friends. You don't even need a brother. You don't need anybody. You own this calling. My calling is not my children's calling. My children, when they grow up, they also have their own calling. And my next prayer that God Almighty do it for them, making them focus on their calling. Because it is when you obey your calling, it reaches you every year. Because the new era is coming. There is no going to be controversy. There is not going to be a momare. Now many people you can bring, like when they were started using wiki. Yare wiki now it done 50-something years. Yeah, crippled. That's how his life is going to end. Because why? How did he get to power? He get to power by what you can give. How many children you can bring? How many people you can buy? Can you be able to have the mind when they are killing your people, you don't talk? And they'll put you in the position now. You'll be there. Now, on the long run, Moses said he wanted to come out one day. Let me go and see the burden of my people. He began to see how they were enslaving the Israelites. I guess maybe 1 or 2 person time, or he himself just grow up and say, okay, this is where I belong. I does not belong here because we have a right today, even minus me telling you I'm a do man. The records are there. You go and check it. I don't have the kind of wicked mind they have. I did a video yesterday. I gave recipes. Have they ever seen anything? These people say something that will benefit you. All they do is to indict you, to put fear in you, and to make you feel guilty. They don't say anything good thing. They don't care to know whether you are called by God. They don't care to know whether what you are saying is even right. All they don't know, they begin to see you as a dead man. That's how to know them. That book of Matthew 7 verse 20. Always by their fruits you shall know them. Moses walked out from the palace on a very good day. Let me go and look at the burden of my people. He saw an Israelite, he saw Egyptian fighting Israelite. He killed that very Egyptian without annoyance. For how long are you going to keep on treating these people like this and hit them under the sun? Then another day again, just the way most of us right now, you do children, even they join, they call person again back. Your destiny is gone. Boy. You are claiming another father. There are more people that are fighting today. They are really fighting for their father. He has a problem. When your destiny is bent and nothing can straighten it. And you cannot survive what is coming. Because this is a fight between the kingdom of darkness and kingdom of light. It do ancestral represent light. While the other side of it represent darkness. Go and check the record and thank me later. Then Moses came back another day. He met 2 Israelites arguing over something. They were trying to fight. He told them, please, you are brothers. Why are you doing this one to yourself? It's like you do children and you do children right now, unleashing on themselves. I will come out and say, like, this our brother the other day. I told our brother in Germany, please, you need to forget about this thing. This guy is already your brother. True frequency, true commitment is already your brother. You don't need to start fighting him. Then they told Moses, okay, you want to come and buy us again, the way you buy 2 Egyptians the other day. Hey, now Moses say, where these people foresee me go talk so? Pharaoh might have known about this. He go carry it back for his palace. He look at all waiting in be the control. Because it was not working, was living fine. Automatically, with that father, they already know say na mama be that, Mary and my sister. He must get the special treatment when they give them. He don't care. He enters her. He say, when most of us today, we leave those states for you, may you they go. Why are you do? What you waiting like though? And I don't know where we. You are going to die mysteriously. Moses left, and he went aside after 40 years. Because the boundary and the suffering of the children of Israel, they cried the tears they were supposed to cry. That's why he called Moses in the burning bush. The book of Exodus 3 verse 9. He said, Moses, I have heard the cry of my people, how the children of Israel is oppressing them. How the Egyptians are oppressing the children of Israel. Sorry. I'm saying to go and meet Pharaoh. That was how Moses was sent. Deliver the message. Who am I going to say that sent me? I am that I am that never face. On the long run, this was the story they created for you today. That you want to try to live your life with. But you are not ready to read that Numbers 31 verse 49. How they counted the soldiers under Moses' command. Because he was having army that now we are missing. You don't want to do that. You want to do everything by faith. You want to. There was something I saw in TikTok. The man said he had followed Jesus now for the past 60 years. No miracle, nothing. He wasted all his life and died what it is. If you live your normal life without even going to church, you would have been more better. Because the more you shout on Jesus, the more you are telling waiting very where you are nobody. How many Christians make and wait not obeyed by me? Tell me. How many Christians make? Say you now Christian. You really live in the normal life. The people you still see that make it today, they have a mila somewhere. They respect their deities. Even the pastors. They do what you can never do in your life. They go extra mile to join a cult, to make sure you are being brainwashed and become a sheep inside the church. That's why a lot of people today, they are having pains. They no longer have friends because they are fighting for Suleiman. A lot of people today, they no longer have friends because they are fighting for Adeboye. And the same Adeboye, go and look at his history. There's nothing to write on about. So what we are seeing today in Nigeria is an agenda. So election did not change the agenda. What will change the agenda is revolution. I will say we have a better military leaders who would have led us through this thing. But no. Una the Canon would have been able to cut Brafa away. Igbo Efulefu, they sold him, supported by Edoeli. So that's what they know how to do. The palace you are fighting for will not save you when the calamity starts coming to you. This is a warning for everyone. The palace you feel you are fighting for will not save you when the calamity comes. Don't say you don't hear. I told them to stay clear from a genuine freedom, a truth teller. I've told the people several times with that number, stay clear. You can criticize, but there are battles you don't draw. If you know your cause is not justifiable, tease the person and leave the place. Don't begin to invoke spirit that will not move. Okay, wait a minute. And while Saloba now begin to listen to my petition I wrote, they found out that I'm guilty. Now who are they going to be placing the guilt on? It will be my enemy. Now these people always say, now, this very thing is not alone. Is this person really guilty? You feel a court in where yeni, if I not born so. Our matter have gone to Supreme Court in the night. We win all our cases. Because our petition is real. Tinore Palace. Think anybody. If no, you were so you feel you are fighting. Your life is supposed to be more better when you fight for the palace. Why is it that people's life are seen rehabilitated? Why is it that they were fighting for palace and the same deities or ancestral palace allow them to get vaccinated? Right now they are feeling pains and they are dying. According to Donald Trump, say they are dying. Why? Why my ancestors not give me conviction say oh they're good, but their own gave them? Because your fight is not justified. So you that always claim fighting truth tellers, not let them go affect your children. Not that we are afraid though, we are not afraid. But the way you guys are bringing it on, you are damaging your life gradually. But you feel you are doing the right thing. You want to do incitement. Now about what love Egwase. Or where open rebuke is better than a secret love. Under normal condition, a friend that loves you will always tell you the truth. Why a friend that never wants you to go anywhere will pamper you and everything. Ah, my guy, you're doing well. If I'm a friend to you, there are misbehavior or misbehavior, I'll castigate you. People that are very close to me are conversing. I don't take nonsense. I don't take it. I will never support you in what is bad. But if you do anything, I'll let you know your mistake. But I'll still let you know, say, these mistakes you make is not enough for you to be killed. Someone reported the case to me. Oh, look, and I say, okay, well, if this person really wants this to be done, it would have not been narrating you. And again, it would have also supported you in prayer because of Manomasa and Nirune. No making amigori no. At the time when I yagbalo money now, I will die the case. O Manomasa and Nirune no migori no. When I yagbalo with almost wu, e go wegbalo when wegbalo my dear. Now you go die. Even so these are areas where a alien, they are always causing commotions. They don't even care to know whether what other person says is true or there is light in it. So for don't talk about it, don't criticize it. That's why they are going to face the calamity here as we are watching. Now, the curses you lay on innocent people for speaking the truth is coming back to you in a hurry, and that's true. The curses they feel they are laying on innocent people is going to come back to you. That's why I don't use excitement to do anything, because this is the content of my gospel. It's not that rigid. My gospel is not to, if you listen to it very well, It is made for everybody, both the bad, repent, and fix up your life the way it ought to be. I did not come to come and condemn the world, rather than through this very gospel of salvation and redemption, the world might be saved. That was why I was the only person who led the anti-COVID-19 verse campaign all over the world. Send me another video on my yata. You're not doing now. Because this is what I'm made to do. Now, why I do alien? They are made to support the palace. Whosoever that speaks. Imagine their curses. They lay on their head. Now, so they keep people where they lay on. Everybody banana matter be gone. Now, a lot of you today, you may not be having 100% mind for the palace. What does that cost me? It does not mean that you yourself that is speaking. No. It also means you yourself that doesn't like what they are doing. That's one thing a lot of you don't know. That's why we are here fighting for you. You may feel another, but not be made the risk. You where they had they go now, you affect by. Why we wait there for front? Even up by women. I'm not trying to tell you to come and be a part of it. If your skin not tight, guy, not body. Me I make an actual video. It was when I started very early. I just feel like, what's all this? What's all this for me? Me, I'm very happy. If a screenshot tell you, straight to God, I'm happy. Because you're helping me spread my message. Like this alien intellectual with Sweden. Or me part 4, me part 8. I'm happy to be enemy to your king. Who is your king? I can't get it. Is your king better by Benzema, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia? Is it better than? Who is it better than? I can't get it. Enemy to your king. Enemy to a pedophile. I don't really understand what people means. Enemy to somebody that saw slaves. Yes, we are enemies. And so what? Okay, what are you benefiting? Fully vaccinated. You don't have a house. Your king gives to you to be staying. Then who is fooling who? And if you yourself, your name, they list among people they want to book back. You are part of the people that have sold out in the land. If they want to like this Oswald, where they labor that time. When he go palace, one go from say over here. Now they deny some. And that guy, he never made evil intention about that what he said. Though. I think Olumide Akpatewe. I think Olumide Akpatewe now. Where they labor that year, now we do inconvenience Obaseki, whatever. You know. Olumide Akpatewe now. Abia Akpata Mugu. Akpata useless. It should be. When he said it over here, but they did not take it from the concept of, at least, he's trying to tie himself to us where I respect is your throne. You think you are part of it. No, we are donor. Your father was a slave anyway. It's a mortal inheritance to you. There are some people today, some people in that those some family, Oba not the dead then. They're not the dead then. But they're not rich, they're not the dead then. Because we don't them. So I'm part of those families. You don't dead. So so where would it done over here? Where get son away? We're not sure we're working. But why are you having nanotechnology? I can't get it. Now they die. You guys are dying anyhow. You die without respect. Then you keep on saying, including you, that is this innocent. Even your only tell where I know don't like these people. Now they are still laying the same curse on your enemies. That's why we now find out that they want to start buying innocent people, not people in the forefront. Too. Not people. They are not talking about only people in the forefront. They mean if you don't, they are forcing you to love them, to have the same ideology, to set slaves. That's what they are forcing you to do. That's how we return to ministry. Let them bring it on. Ever since I launched that very word, it's there. Protecting you. So we need to protect all our allies. We need to protect you in any form we can. Because the battle is not what you think. If you want to take it personally, go and cause your juju of a boy. That's why the more big cause you are laying, at the time that big cause hang on the head, it was to come over hand. Okay. No, man, it's right now. You may be tired for self. I we have a work baby, I mean, you have a love, you have a big family now. If you want to, and then the ball go back or rest on you and your children. So we are not afraid to tell you anything because it is a revolution without terminations. So the little one we can do that is under our jurisdiction, we still do it perfectly well. That's why my TV is in no host bar. I will tell you whatever I'm doing, then I will see how sweet dream. Bring it on. For example, it will be more better for me now. My mission will just be very easy. I'm going to control the spirit rain from that side. Even on my family will. Even I would do when you have your forefather. Any good man, that's why they also rugged their way. There are a lot of things they don't do. If you think if I want to know, I will know. So I'm very confident of what I'm saying. I'm right. That's why for those of you that are loved ones, we're to hang of what is to come. If I go today, for example, maybe my mission is over. Then to reconnect again through another very good person who will continue, the race. This life is a continuation. If you are like one week, una will say, you will reconnect again. Woman will say, you are not coming to this life again. It is not every of our fathers today. All the race struggle and agona yama. But you can't join any struggle. One, you were not powerful. If not, no man say, Uma o matter. A woman who came wa be wuru hu. It is not every of our fathers is in this very struggle. It is not every of our fathers. It's not every of our ancestors. There are some. A servant in him. Why there are some on the forefront. A forefront in me, would ever give him. That's why I'm the CEO of my own life. You can't, I might be one now. If you like, go to Jamaica, come and sing King of Spain. It might not be a spiritual slap in your ear. A spiritual slap in one of they know very well. I mean, we may. They see anything to me. Do you know the extent these people does? And then I have got this one another body badum. There you. Was a lot of season in my boss. Now was if no matter say no season, I was sajua. Oh, but baby, I will quit. When I don't see anything. Now you can't run straight. What's your bar soon? It's just that we don't want to take a lot of personal. Because of the love we have for humanity. Now the mere work I get to have a save banner. The more anybody but the more you keep on doing it, you want to take it personal. My dear, it will be personalized to you. Any curses you lay upon anybody, it's going to come back to you. Because burning can't be anybody. If the one no man moving for 100 or something years, or man be anybody, rather than after the here burning a palace event. Do you know how many chiefs are near Mataladian? How many of these people not here born? You think where our God is a partial God? How many of these people near here born? A lot of you are going to moron who are not here bog by bog. Oh, man, not here bog. Why they no longer bring the juju to sanitize our state and left full and go? Why they no bring the curse? Have you ever heard in your Suputo Vida that in one day they bring out a curse and lay it on Manohibo, no evil Motkebo, Upanabaseki Muleledo? Would they also you don't want to support if they meant well for humanity? Or they are even in line? The human being without. I think in 2020, precisely during re-election for Baseki, he has one get a kiosa and or to a kioba and Imam me blogger panel video can. I was only the one who prayed. Lay curses because they were also the one that burned their own market. Wicked set of alien. Which right did you have to curse anybody who choose to be your enemy? The what you can do, sanction the person. Not even telling the person not to enter his land. Why feel to him because the person is a bad child. A bad child have a more bugbe. Then you make yourself a demigod, you are not acting like God. Then we should look at you. Is it everybody that will chicken away? Is it everybody that we just look at? Okay now, if Moses were not written in the Bible, most of you would have not been a Christian today. If Moses were not written in the Bible, that make you claim Israel today, then you were the one in your thought, because you are going to be having a king like Pharaoh. You are going to be having a king like King Uzziah, who stand against the progress of Isaiah. That's why it was scripted. It says, in the day King Uzziah died, Isaiah saw the Lord. Is it not King Pharaoh that had the children of Israel banned? Is it not King Pharaoh? Then when you are very happy today. You are happy about Joseph. You are happy about Moses. Or on about the children of Israel. But video you cannot share. Why me no my is trying, because they are playing films. That's why in this very struggle, no friend. Newton I'm zero friend. Because he may tell you to ahead because you are going to become an enemy one day. We don't like shenanigans. You think whatever thing we are doing for our personal self. It's for liberation of humanity. Right now we are blaming Tinubu. Tinubu is not the major cause. The major cause is what we are supposed to tackle. Don't you see a lot of conspiracy behind the Tinubu? Any small thing, it don't go France because they are downloading you. They rule you from France. That's neo-colonialism. They rule you from France, but we cannot cooperate and hit the streets. Who want to do protest now? He's doing protest to made up his name. The voices of people who had, instead of us to say, okay, now let's cooperate together and change things. You are waiting for 2027. Before 2027, either Vid might have quite many, or Fulani, they're finally, if not because of our father that be holding, that be fighting these people in the night. You cannot sustain what is to come. You can't sustain it. A lot of our villages, we are not empowering them. Go and look at who there is like none of the social media, whatever, if you live, that have villages. If there's killing in Uromo, you don't see in any of their pages. There's buying who there today, you don't see it in their pages. Now, they were buying Uromi. It was one or two persons who also spoke about it. After they have also segregated though, that what happened? It is Uromi people, it is not Benin. There are different Benin and Uromi. I saw it from one useless moron. Later, he tendered an apology. Well, that thing I said. I saw it now. We're going on. They segregated that because they have a little misunderstanding. But but the chicken out in it. Why was that being not concerning them? Okay, now do what Nyatoni sincerely from your heart. Fulani are in Wode, are in Orion, are in a Sako, are in Ohua, are in everywhere. What are you doing about do what Nyatoni? I will jagmon Jamie. That is to say, you don't own anything. You just cajole a lot of alien. You put a lot of morons in social media to help you guys in your propaganda. For how long are we going to keep on like that? Now, now, if these people can do this on social media, do you know how many people they slaughter? Just to silence one person. As a sorrow and has 20 million. This in our talona, do you know the damages it's causing? That's why come on, all morons up to now. On another the woman, I have me. I'm not keke and of I'm not keke me boy at all. Or man, what with that Fiana no even Munana. And I will lie, at the end of the day, if you ask them what was discussed, what will you people be able to achieve in this very thing? How many narratives do you change? They don't change any narrative. They have pain to pains. And right now, the people rebelling there is multiplying. I think a lady came out and said, because that one also did, was so in hurry. It was fast to hear. It was fast to hear, and at the same time, fast to speak. Instead of fast to hear and slow to speak. Reverse was the case. The lady later came out and tendered an apology to this very our brother in UK. That he never understood it. It was not even the guy who printed the thing. He later found out it was Punch newspaper. Only what that guy just did was give signal. You cannot be able to say whether that signal was positive or was negative because of their guilty conscience. A guilty conscience of warrior. They know the truth. That was why they were furious. Okay, that way, me. It draws people's attention to it. Brr, brr. All the hutches, a lot of them were doing video keti rano. A lot of them were doing video keti and ralo. We even know whether the people knock banana. Why you want what your bonam with your last breath we have your young battle. What does this person stand for? Whether these people they are on a mission, you don't know. What my believe where you believe on a story of a little boy Jesus who had no one single miracle apart from Bible miracle, no perform your work. The little thing you feel you have gotten, you've gotten it because you've not really or because through the midst na eti aricho where I can help you other avenue okay. It is not na galele na ya we born mo pass through this name help am na why ya wo. Oh yeah we na no. Jesus Christ have not helped anybody. He have not helped you rather than okay who know you lawa. It makes your life to be miserable. It makes you not to ever recognize where data recanate today you well. Most of you would have been more better than this today because you neglected what to follow you. Forgotten you are a spirit to live inside your body. Every one of us, we are on this earth on a mission. Now, in that mission, you need to also have children. You need to also have a shelter so that you see where to put your head. But your mission, if you neglect it, you are going to end up with fall flat. At the end of the day, you will not also be comfortable with that fall flat. Either your mother is to drag it with you, or your father or your sibling is to drag it with you, or you at the end of the day, when you now get to that side, what record did you have to give that you didn't do anything? If you really do what God sent you to this life to come and do, my dear, house is just a gift. It will come a price. You don't need to even sell yourself or do snake in the monkey shadow or even do doggy style. You are going to get in a platter of gold. Either your husband is going to, or what are your uniqueness? Have you gotten, oh my God, have you not seen women who get houses and cars from men? Get houses and cars from men. Even when he and the man is even divorcing, the man will not even talk about it whatever. Don't you see this Nikompo that's on social media? Every woman he slept with. No one normal, You want to call me that one is normal? Is that one not an edoili? No woman normal, because he was sent into this very world as a demon. Do you know how many of those women he have given trauma to? Imagine going out with a man at the end of the day. The man will come to describe your kpekus, how your kpekus be. Then we still have some vaccinated moron who clap for such people. Okay, who is writing? What's your country? I'm from Nigeria, but I live in Europe. We are talking about the situation of our place here. Maybe you are just meeting up for the first time, So trauma, this can lead to death. Not every heart that can receive such a thing. Imagine you bring someone news pictures out. This word this woman using playing with you, hoping that he trusted you as a man, not knowing that you are a non-entity. But people will be clapping for such a Nikompo, feeling that he's doing the right thing. You have a click. Then you want to go scot-free with it. Now you guys are not dying. Let's even assume this person is apathetic. People that have hypertension, they things you don't do to them. But a lot of people did not know. Bringing people's fathers out, using their mother to sing. You don't know the trauma it will give to part of the family. It's also coming to you tomorrow. How can you kill the mother for the sin of the son? I saw one of these Efulefu in Edo who worried about security. I don't want to mention that dirty name here. He was talking about how one girl was treated in the north. That the girl talk about bad governance and whatever things are not fine. The girl will sentence that to do 2 years imprisonment. He will pay a fine of 50,000 or they will give the girl 12 strokes of the cane. But this was the same thing this girl supporting in Edo. Calling people Barundiangwan. Do you know how many people he have supported for them to be boggled and taken to palace? Now, what is now the difference between what your palace is doing, laying curse on Okuku, and what they are doing in the north that to criticize their government? They also take their government the way you guys take your palace. There are times a lot of people forget themselves. How can you forget yourself? Okay, I'm from Bangladesh. You know Bangladesh or India? Yes, I know it now. I know Bangladesh now. I know it. So you are welcome. Thank you for tuning in. So please, let's be very, very careful about what we do. Because don't support evil. If what we are doing here, it's not ordained by God, we will not do it. Don't stop supporting evil. Because if the calamity comes, because you are sowing a bad seed for your children. A lot of people don't know. You are sowing a very bad seed for your children. You may think right now, my dear, none of my life is in risk. Nobody's life is in risk. Rather than it's going to be a blessing tomorrow. This is a commitment we have been given. So any person you see on media talking about this evil kingdom, don't bully them. Or go and tell them to repent. At least there should be changes for 800 years. There should be testimony. All the testimony we had, he used himself as a sacrifice to restore the palace. Right now, the palace has been restored. What's the use of it for humanity? You know, or how Baawakpe went to Ikoka. He told them to give him water. And no matter what then, at the end of the day, they refused to give him water to drink. He laid curse on them and said suffering must be there. And those ones they obeyed and they carried it over. Nothing, no particular thing. Right from time immemorial that this thing they did this for humanity. Is it during the slavery era where they were not selling slaves? Tell me one particular thing your palace meant for humanity. You know they. Rome, there were king in Rome, there were king in Greece, there were king in Germany. Those ones are Morian. A king in Spain work on a low key. They don't involve in politics. You don't know their favorite even in football. If they are playing Copa del Rey here, any person that won't win, they will celebrate the person. They are won. At the time you are caught there, Barca fans, maybe you go join Barca, then also you'll be Barcelona. Madrid go to insult you. Atletico Madrid and you know. Osasuna ya Barca nyawe. Valencia rob you. Real Sociedad, they will insult you. Atletico Bilbao, Tenerife, that's why you don't see them involved in anything that have to do with public whatever. Whosoever that win, they raise the cup for them, praise their leader, give them trophy they needed to give to them. But right now, your palace is now APC. And what is the agenda of APC in Nigeria? Is it don't intend to kill, to steal, and to destroy? That's why right now they are taking powers from all PDP. And PDP governor in South, those one have become moron because they are puppets. Are you not hearing the language I'm speaking? I'm speaking English and my local dialect. I'm speaking English at the same time my local dialect. I miss it my local dialect. So that's that. We should be very, very careful. Let's support what is good. It's not every time you promote evil, you promote evil. If you want society to be a lot of people, you want to relocate to Nigeria. Which Nigeria you want to relocate to? Do you think your name, you are exempted when they will invade some certain villages and you are there? Before you talk, say, they fight for power, they fight for power, they fight for power. Then I talk, but you don't enter your body wood to wood. The people facing calamity today in the world, most of them, they say they have a father in Benin. Their father is not protecting them. Fulani don't know. Only where they know say that maybe they tell them, say, do not go so and so in no gate. Never you people go there. They do a little exemption. Why the rest of you should go now while they're building their feudalization? Because they never own the land from the onset. They are not the owner of the land. If they own the land, they want it to develop. Go and look at what the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, how he turned Saudi Arabia to be. Go and look at how he turned Saudi Arabia to be. Go and look at it. Go and look at what the recent one we know now, what Ibrahim Traore is doing. Everything right now in Burkina Faso is almost free. But our natural resources, how are they doing it? Governor cannot lay hands to some. That was why they are not using political power to put you more into enslavement by hijacking the government. So whatever thing they need right now, government will give to them. Please, oh government, disarm the vigilante to disarm them. Because Fulani are also coming to saturate the ground with red blood cells. Then what did you expect? So before most of you go to wake up, your property might have been gone. And you tend to stand with this very policy. To me, I got no problem with that. As you can see, I'm before you right now. Let me show you something. People did camping here today. There are still a lot of people inside here. They did camping here today. So we have our own. You can see that they build campsite in those areas. You can see. So here it's free for everybody. They won't say because you are immigrant don't enter. It's made for everybody. These are the kind of society we want. The society of equals. Right now, I'm in Okegware. I'm in Okonare. Segregation everywhere. Tribalism. How many are you people? I'm a governor of Ogyomba. I'm in Osioba. But up to today now, Osioba ruling now, why are there insecurity in the state? I saw this idiotic boy who went first praise Okpebolo. I saw one of his videos. I believe I said in 2 seconds I play inside 30 seconds. He was now complaining that whether they are paying cheap labor to the people they are using to build the overhead bridge. Now, how did the overhead bridge? That's the work of the government. Now you cannot invest on education. In building overhead bridge. Most of the institutions have been built by Obaseki. Let's also start with why which one are they give testimony? Can roasting be a problem of Spanish? Or when I know there are still some villages in India which are still passing through one stress or the other because of the same neo-colonialism that are there. Those ones they are much. If I thought the federal government of Nigeria choose to not to help us, but the little resources that we own by ourselves, that the federal government is not aware of, let us use it well for the people. Instead of them to support the government and say, okay, do this thing, the people will turn the government. Obaseki tenure all through since 2020. It was insult all through. It tell people like us who still to say no. What are people beating this man for? Up to today. Up to today. All Obaseki trusted people, all of them, they turned their back on him. Obaseki cannot come to Edo right now. These people, they may stupidly stone him. Because he never created lies. He never go into armed struggle. By now, you are supposed to have your private securities, which you spend their fucking taxpayer money for. But you put everyone who supported you into risk. Go and look at Apostle Alfredo, you know, sir. Thank God since I announced last Sunday that people should, reach out to him financially and all of that. Somebody collected his account from me. But I don't really know now. I have not gotten feedback now. Or maybe it might have been done or getting a lot or something. I also have one of our sisters today also helping him place his own account also in his social media handles. We should help ourselves. All these were all Obaseki supporters. They are supposed to also be imperative. Do you know what it takes to defend somebody? You don't know what it takes. Because you don't do things like that now. Osagbo, you only Canada enjoy. Gone away with people's money. They're supposed to be using appreciating people. They want to tell me tomorrow will be well with you and well with your household. When people are in exile, when on why we go like that? Help you will help. Very many years. If Apostle Alfred wanna sponsor a deal with man David Noria, if Apostle Alfred wanna more deal with that guy life is a danger. Look at the new indictment they give to him. What we handle Bombegua. Because they just want to lock him up. If one PDP chieftains stand up today, do wagele vagabond one any PDP chieftains. Wagbo mogbego wagbo. And they are planning towards Apostle Alfred Waman Wawiyo Bone. So your children's life will also be on risk. Wahula Huri. All now just carry money, but people that supported you people orally or verbally, their life is in risk. If Apostle Alfred is in Europe, he will not even do rich. If you not even buy house for the man, okay, start from here. Take your family, start from here. If na salam aleikum go dey do Oshorotin, may they do. The man una put down for a for Nigeria there. Before you know banner where he Apostle Alfred how will somebody be on his own this involve you because support good governance? Then who will not support you. If Apostle Alfred have not showcased Obaseki work, nobody would even know what Obaseki will make up. But this when I already the Dallas thesis. Okay, I heard allegedly he go to Wamuna go kere. But you guys did not appreciate Apostle Alfredo, you know, sir. Who was with you people us true? I'm away man if I can reach out onto where what people are doing is helping us. Why are fear we go do? I'm useless selling. This words, it go end one day. And nobody will not die. But it all depends on how you take that. That matter. So let me believe in you guys. Those that know how to do good and do it not, then it become a sin. I guess that one was created in the book of James chapter 4 verse 17. He said, those that know how to do good and do it not, to them become a sin. That's why we keep on doing little count from here, sensitizing our people to make sure that the negative narrative of yesterday will change it totally. So we are going to be seeing some other time. If we have a message for you guys tomorrow, we'll come online. If there's no message, then further notice. Buenas noches y todos y todas. Chao, hasta luego.